What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Steven, and today we are going to be going over my top 5 favorite live action Disney movies. And now you're probably wondering, why am I doing my top 5 favorite live action Disney movies? Well, because a lot of them get a lot of flack, and I feel like it'd be a lot of fun and definitely a conversation starter for my comment section down below, because maybe there is something you did love about it and want to tell the world what you did love about these movies. Now, in the comments, I would love for you to put your top 5 favorites in there, and if any of yours match my number 1, I will be shocked, because my number 1 is probably the most controversial one out of all the Disney movies that got a live action remake. So with that being said, let's jump into my top 5 favorite live action Disney movies. Starting at number 5, we're going to go with The Lion King. Yes, you heard that right. The Lion King is my number 5. Now, why is that, you might ask? Because this is the only one out of the top 5 that are on my list that actually made and passed $1 billion. Well, one, it's live action and all the lions are CGI. So it makes me wonder why we got a live action version of it, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It was beautifully done. It was a gorgeous movie, but it confused me as to why it had that. And then secondly, the other reason why it's my top 5 is because I wasn't a fan of one of the voice actors, Beyonce. I didn't think she was great as Nala, and I don't know. It just didn't fit right with me in general. I felt like we could have gotten a different voice actor, an actual voice actor, to play Nala, and I would feel more emotion from that character than I did in the movie that we got. I mean, besides that, the movie was beautiful. It was a beautiful movie. I just, there are just moments where I just disconnected from it quite a bit, and that's why it is my number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Beauty and the Beast. And I gotta tell you, I loved this cast. We had Emma Watson, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Josh Gad, who is one of my favorite voice actors, movie voice actors. He's great. Josh Gad is good in like literally everything that he does. Even if the movie's not great, Josh Gad is great in the movie. But Beauty and the Beast was a good movie to me. I really enjoyed it. I loved the new songs that were added. Emma Watson killed it as Belle. I think she brought so much to that character that we didn't get in the animated version, although I love the animated version. But it was really cool seeing this take of Belle done, especially with Emma Watson's acting chops. So, and Dan Stevens as Beast, fantastic. He was great. I really loved him as Beast. Luke Evans as Gaston was funny. The ending was really insane, though. It was really intense. It felt more intense to me when they're going after Beast. It felt more intense to me than the animated version did. And I feel like Luke Evans really brought that intensity to Gaston that was needed. And it didn't fully make its money back. The movie didn't. It made maybe just a little bit back, but not as much. But I think it deserves a lot more love than it is getting, and that's why it is my number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Cinderella, the first live action remake. I believe it was the first one. It came out in 2015, so I think it was the first one. But I gotta tell you, this cast, Lily James, Kate Blanchett, Richard Madden, bro, Helen Bonham Carter, you had an incredible cast. And I felt like this movie gave the animated version justice. Cinderella was awesome. Not much really more to say about it, except I felt everything I needed to feel with the movie. The emotions were there. The atmosphere was great. The score was wonderful. I thought it was honestly, and it was directed by Kenneth Branagh. This dude, like, is freaking incredible. Like, not just an incredible actor, but an incredible director. And you felt the love for Cinderella from his eyes in this movie, and I just gotta give it to it. I gotta give it to it. This is one of those movies I have gone back and rewatched just because I could feel the magic, and it was great. It was great. Coming in at number 2. I wonder if you guessed it. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Who knows? I know you're not going to guess my number 1, but my number 2 is The Little Mermaid. I loved this movie. The Little Mermaid is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time in general. The Great Mouse Detective is my number 1 favorite Disney movie, but Little Mermaid does come in second, so it's kind of why it's funny that it comes in second for me, also in the live action remakes. I thought it was wonderful. I thought Halle Bailey did incredible as Ariel. I like the backlash on everything that people were giving this movie because she's black playing Ariel. It's just dumb. Halle Bailey freaking just dominated the role. Her voice is incredible. You cannot deny that her voice is incredible. The voice actors in this movie, fantastic. I thought it was awesome. Melissa McCarthy, I just adore her. And so even if the movie is bad, Melissa McCarthy just finds a way to make me love her. You know what I mean? Daveed Diggs, dude, like you feel when you know these actors, you feel them through the characters that they're playing, and I just loved them. I just loved them. I don't know what to tell you, fam. It's great. And like, this movie deserves so much more love. It deserves so much more love. I loved it. If you disagree with me, please tell me why you disagree with me. I would love to know, because, art is subjective. Movies are subjective. Just, tell me. I don't have really much bad to say about this movie. I don't. I just love it. That's why it's my number 2. And here we are, my number 1. And a lot of y'all might get mad at me for it, and I don't care. You want to know why? Because I loved this movie. I have rewatched this movie I don't know how many times because it just felt right. And that is Mulan. Mulan is my number 1 favorite live action Disney movie. And why? Because they went with the actual lore of Mulan. I would have hated this movie if Mushu was in this movie. I would have hated it because it just would not fit. It just wouldn't. And you can disagree with me all you want to, but just whatever. I could not do it. And I'm glad it wasn't a musical. Like, you heard tones of the songs that were in the animated version done in a score behind specific scenes that they are prominent in the animated version of the movie. But it was just beautiful. It felt like a legit Chinese live action martial arts film. And having a phoenix in the story fits so much better than having a dragon that sounds like Eddie Murphy walking around and just being annoying. Yeah, I said it. I like this movie better than the animated version. I can't help it. And I'm sorry if you disagree with me. Well, no. Sorry, not sorry. This version of the movie fits and it feels right. It is awesome. It deserves so much more love. And you know what? Here's the thing. Even though you don't hear much about the movie, it made its money back. The movie cost $90 million to make. It made $303 million worldwide, which made it a success. It made it a success. It didn't have to be $1 billion film. It just needed to make its money back. And it did. I love this movie. I thought the actors were incredible. You had Donnie Yen in it. You had Jet Li in it. Like, bro, come on. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to say her name wrong. Is Yiffy Liu. She played Mulan. Wonderful. Wonderful. Like, if you take away your biases about certain things, I want you to tell me what you think was awful about this movie if you did not like it, because no one ever talks about it, and it makes me upset because I feel like I'm the only one that loved this movie. Either way, I won't rant on anymore. I just wanted to get it out there. I feel better. I feel a lot better. I will give an honorable mention, though, to Lilo and Stitch. I did just see that in theaters, and I have another controversial take about it. I liked the way it ended, and I get the things that were taken out of it, but I like the way that it ended. I won't say it if you have not seen it. I won't spoil it, but for those that have seen it, please don't spoil it. I liked the change that they made because it felt a lot more real, and it still felt like the right choice, especially with the post-credit scene that we got. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So that's my honorable mention. I thought it was a wonderful, wonderful movie. I felt all the emotions, and the little girl, I can't remember her name, that played Lilo, she's going to be a star. She's going to be a star. She was wonderful. The fact that she could act the way that she did at her age against a non-moving Stitch the entire movie, like the way that she made that feel so real at her age, bro, they got a star on their hands, and I think she's gonna grow up to be something big. But yeah, that is my top 5 favorite live action Disney movies. What did you guys think? Let me know your top 5 in the comments below, and let me know what other top 5s you would like to see from me, because I would love to give them. I do watch a lot of movies, and I'm excited about making this channel a lot more about movies, because that is what I love. So if there's a top 5 that you would like to hear from me, let me know, and I will get you your top 5. Until then, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell. That way you don't miss when I upload any new videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.